Hey everybody. Today I have another video that is going to be a little bit of off of what I normally do here. And it's fine, but I think it'll be another good message for people to hear. I wanted to talk about um, what it takes to, as a real estate agent, to close over almost 1,000 homes and almost 400 million in closed volume. There's certain things that it takes, and I kind of sat down and one day thought about, if I had to think of three things, what would the three most important things be in order to be super successful in this industry and probably in a lot of different industries. The top three things that I came up with were number one would be to think harder. So that means to physically think, sit down, take some time to maybe meditate or reflect or um, whatever you want to call it, manifest. Just think harder than you normally would. Take that a step further, I would always say think like a consumer would. So if I wanted to say, um, get more clients, how would I do that? Well, if I think like a consumer, then I would say, all right, if I were a consumer and I was looking to get more clients, then where would I be going to look for a real estate agent? Okay, well, that's changed in the last 20 years. It used to be the phone book. You put an ad in the phone book, or you'd be in a Homes magazine that you pick up at the grocery store. And then eventually it came to the internet, to, maybe now it's Google, maybe it's social media, maybe it's AI, maybe it's some stuff that nobody's even heard of yet. But, you know, the point is, you always need to be up to date with where things are in your given industry. And everybody's got their own industry and you got your own niche, but everybody can say, who is my client? And if my client were to find me or wanted to find me or search me out, and what would I need to do to put myself in an opportunity position to be able to take advantage of the situation and at least get an interview or be considered to be hired for the job, right? So that's number one. So number two is work smarter. So, do you really need to have this huge staff working for you? As a producer who's making, a bunch of money, but also closing a bunch of deals. Well, yes and no, because there's a lot of ways that you can store files now instead of processing everything manually. Everything can be uploaded to the cloud, everything can be saved that way. Putting things on zip drives, flash drives, back things up. Your broker keeps track of your transactions and things too, and they save all the information there too. So it's like, do you really need to have the full time support that you used to have? Or was there another thing that was created, at least in my company, where they have transaction management company where I can pay a flat couple $100 fee and have a team of people manage my transaction from contract to closing, and not have to pay all that extra money. So, thinking about working smarter, and I also put it under working smarter. I would say it's about controlling your business expenses too, because especially in today's economy where everything is so super expensive, everything is, and everybody wants you to pay for more, 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 buy. We have all the leads, we have all the buyers, we have all the sellers. Just write me a check for $4,000. That kind of thing. You got to be hesitant before you do that, because what's the return on investment look like when you spend that kind of money versus what could you do with that same $4,000 in a different way or a different aspect that might give you a different result. So that's number two is work smarter. So think harder and work smarter. And then number three, and this is where I'm going to tie God into it, because I came up with these ideas and these concepts, um, when I was being interviewed for an article that was being written in a magazine that I was doing. But the last concept kind of brings God into it, even though this was before I believed in God and before I was saved by God. But number three is inspire others. You know, that's a pretty high bar to hit, um, when you're trying to live your life, to inspire others. You know, that means you got to be the best. That means you got to be on your A game. But I would take it a step further, because when I wrote these out, I was in the mindset of it's all about money. I'm all about being number one. I'm all about selling more houses than everybody else on the planet. Um, and it was me against the world, and I was doing it without a big team, and I was trying to fight everybody and everything to try to be the best, and all for the reason because I wanted to make more money, and I thought that if I made more money, then my life would be better, and I could just do whatever I wanted to do, and I'd have control, and I'd be invincible, and and all that, and part of it was a little true. When you make more money, you can definitely do more things. You can go for really awesome, nice dinners. You can have people make you nice custom clothes. You can pay for all the people to take care of your house and cut your grass and clean it, and do everything that you need to do. You can buy the condo at the beach and pay cash for that, and you can do all the fun stuff. But you know what I've learned with after finding God is that it's not about the money, um, because the love of money is the root of all evil. It's not money that's the problem. It's the love of money. It's the greed of money, um, that is the problem. So I still think that you can keep these three ideas as part of your core plan to be a better person on this planet and be better in everything, be better in business, be better in prayer, be better in health wise, just be better in general with think harder, work smarter, and inspire others. But you got to add something on the end of that. You ready? This is what you add on the end of it. Inspire others to live like Jesus. Wow, that's pretty good. So work harder. I'm sorry. Think. I always mess it up. Think harder, work smarter, and inspire others to live like Jesus. Wow. If you do that, I think you'll be super successful in whatever you decide to do in life. So I know it's a little bit different kind of message today. I want to kind of mix it up a little bit with you and kind of bring you back from the super successful side of me when I was, just beating my chest because I was number one, and I was killing it, and I owned everything, and I made all the money, and it was I me, watch out, get out of my way, kind of thing. But I had a couple things happen to me that got a couple little taps on my shoulder from the man upstairs, and kind of had to turn some things around a little bit, and I have. Um, and I think I'm doing things the right way now. So, anyway, that's why I'm making these messages up. I want to share it with everybody so they get to hear what I have to say too. Thanks for listening. Take care. God bless.